adventure, sports, outdoors. With host Harry Canterbury.
There I was, back in the wild again, and I felt right at home where I belong. I had that feeling coming over me again, just like it happened so many times before. Yeah.
Hi, Harry Canterbury with another edition of Adventure Sports Outdoors. We're down here at the Illinois River. That old river's seen a lot of changes. She's only a shadow of her former self. It used to be a big, wide, beautiful river with lily pads, all sorts of vegetation, and of course fish were as abundant as any place in the world. Today, of course, it's a different place. There has been a lot of invasive fish that are not native of this state nor this country that have inundated the river and caused a lot of problems. As Americans, we seem to adapt to the problem that we have in front of us. And now the fish that is causing all the problems is the Asian carp, which comes from Asia. It was brought over here to take care of vegetation in fish ponds down in Mississippi and Arkansas. And in 1993, there was a big flood. All those fish washed into the Mississippi and also have come up into the tributaries of the Illinois River and many other places. The Asian carp, for many years, has been trapped, netted, and shipped to Asia. That is a very good fish, and they love to eat it there. And as Americans, we're spoiled on certain species of fish, and Asian carp was not one of them. But through experimentation and trying a little of this and a little of that, they've cooked this fish, and it has turned out to be one fine eating fish. We're also going to see our good friends down at Goodwill Industries, and every year they nominate a person who has done a lot for the veterans in our community. A good friend of mine, Scott Kersott, who does a lot of great things for veterans in the Tri-County area, was given an award by Goodwill Industries for not one award, but for 2 awards. Well deserved. And we're going to get to see him receiving these awards at Goodwill in Peoria. We're going to cook some fish with my good buddy, Mr. Fish, down at Kelleher's, the guy that I told you took this unwanted fish that sometimes goes for cat food and other things, but fertilizer, you name it. They try to do what they can with it. But he has made this fish very good. And if anybody can cook fish, Pat Sullivan knows how to do it.
Adventure Sports Outdoors is brought to you in part by Corsaw Lumber, manufacturers of quality hardwood products, buyers of standing timber in Smithfield. Central Pool Supply, everything from pools to pool tables and much more in Peoria on West Pioneer Parkway. Kelleher's Irish Pub and Eatery, located on Peoria's riverfront, open 11 a.m. daily. Eastport Marina, one of the only marinas in its class between Chicago and St. Louis, on Mariners Way in East Peoria. Goodwill, supporting our veterans with job placement assistance, health, housing, and resource referrals. And the General Wayne A. Downing Home for Veterans, all because you shop and donate. And by Lori Feld of Allstate Insurance, conveniently located in Peoria, East Peoria, and Springfield. Our thanks to all of these sponsors.
I'm here at Goodwill Commons for the Veterans Stand Down with President and CEO Don Johnson and Jonna Wagner, Assistant Director of Program Services. And we are here for the 12th annual Stand Down.
Yes, this is our 12th annual, as you said, and we are preparing the veterans to get them through the winter months. And these are veterans who might have found themselves in a situation of homelessness or at risk of being homeless. A lot of our veterans through the pandemic have needed these things even more so now due to losing jobs, or maybe they just are getting behind in some bills and things. So this is a way for us to help them and to thank them for their service.
Of course, this year is much different from last year.
Oh,
You
yeah.
usually have it downtown at the ballpark.
Yeah, last year at Dozer we had probably 600 people there at one time with all the volunteers and all the guys that needed our help. And this year it's been a lot different, both from the reception of honor and from stand down. And it's been safety first and protocol. So this is the first day of actually 7 days of doing the event here at Goodwill Commons.
7 days, that's going to be a long. So Saturday to Saturday, you're doing it.
Right. A lot of our veterans have already pre-registered, so we have their
Okay.
bags ready to go when they get here. They're still getting served a warm meal, and there's still some different services that are here that we're providing. So
Yeah.
haircuts, flu shots,
You
HIV
are doing that
and
still.
STD testing.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So out in the parking lot, you'll see that we've distanced everyone so that it's safe. We have a service dog here with his owner, who's a veteran. So we felt that that was a nice added touch.
Oh, yeah.
But we're still trying to provide all the things that they would have received at the actual event in those 7 days.
And how many people do you expect to be here this year?
Well, so far just for reservations. So that's veterans who have reserved a spot, or an agency that's reserved for the veterans they're serving. So we've coordinated this with veteran agencies as well. We have about 180 reservations.
Okay.
We served 242 veterans last year.
So people, a veteran can just show up
Sure, absolutely.
And you'll take care of
They
them.
could still walk up, and we'll take care of them.
and be able to
Yeah, we don't
meet
want
their
to turn
needs.
anybody away.
Yeah, I won't turn anybody away. What all do you give them?
Well, I'll start off first, and you could fill it in. But we spend about $20,000 a year on brand new materials, which Jonna will talk about. But we think with this being our signature event, it's our payback to the community that we have to do that. So we go out and raise a little money from our partners, and spend about $20,000 on the items that Jonna will share with. But I think it's as our signature event, it's important for us to do.
Right, so some of the things that we provide are things, of course, to get them through the winter. Hats, coats, gloves, hand warmers, socks, diabetic care, denture care. We provide long underwear, sweatshirts. Boots.
Yeah, new boots.
New boots. So
That's a
everything
biggie.
is new. Blankets. So just things that can help them get them through the winter months. Understanding that if they are in a situation of homelessness, they don't have a place to store these items for year to year as we would.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure that we provide those things for them.
And they pretty much want everything they can put in a backpack.
We get that all put in a backpack, and we
Yeah.
make sure that they have everything that they need, and they can layer. We do things that are layer
Yeah.
items so that they can take it off.
Yeah.
They also get a raincoat today, so we know that in October, November, we get some rain. So
That's wonderful.
And we track each person that comes through our Good Track system, because we want to know what's going on.
Yeah.
We want them to know we care. So it's not just stand down. It's the whole year. That if you need help, Goodwill is there to help you, and that's important to us. So with all the reservations, we communicated with everybody that came last year, every one of them.
Well, that's really wonderful. And the public can help support you by shopping your Goodwill stores.
Yes.
And I've got to say, I've got on a black shirt here.
Oh.
I picked up at Goodwill a few years ago, a few weeks ago, excuse me.
And then more importantly, donating,
Yes.
not just shopping, but donating to our stores.
Right.
That's where it
Which
starts.
gives people more stuff to buy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love this. I've picked up several things at Goodwill. It's one of my regular stops now.
well, we appreciate
And
that.
yeah, I
Gretchen
love
taught
it.
you how to shop it.
She did. She did. And they have a special every last Tuesday of the month. It's 50% off.
Yeah.
And then there's more stuff. Every
Sure.
week you have a sticker with 50% off that
The color.
particular
Now,
Sure.
color
now
sticker
if you
price.
could just improve Harry's wardrobe, right?
Yeah. Actually, I bought him 3 pairs of shorts this summer.
Oh, good.
And the Pioneer
Good.
Park store. And he's like, oh, I love these. I'm like, good.
Goodwill.
Yeah. Goodwill is like $12 for 3 pairs of shorts, which would have been
Sure.
a lot more money.
Like
And-
Don said, a lot of people know us for donating in our stores, but realizing that 99 cents of every dollar that someone spends comes back into our programs and services, where we provide at no cost to our community. And so this is every day. This is just a one time that we can show our appreciation, but we serve our veterans and our community every
Well, you
single
have the
day.
wonderful home, the Downing home.
Yep. Yep, General Wayne A. Downing Home,
Yeah.
which you guys spent some time in last year.
Well, we had that on
Once
last
again,
year.
we support that through donations, but more importantly, everything you see behind us, everything here,
Yeah.
and even over here, whether it's our employment program, but more importantly, our veterans program, it's all free. That's our commitment to the community, is free.
That is just really wonderful. And if people want to make a donation or find out more, it's just goodwillpeo.org.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And if there's anything else you want to add for people to know,
I would just like to thank the community and everybody who supports us every day, all year long, but especially for today and this week. So thank you.
A good friend of mine, Scott Kersott, who does a lot of great things for veterans in the Tri-County area, was given an award by Goodwill Industries for not one award, but for 2 awards. Well deserved. And we're going to get to see him receiving these awards at Goodwill in Peoria.
I'm pleased that you could be here with the Veteran Patriot Award. Scott is a United States Marine Corps veteran, but that's merely one of his many titles from what I hear. He's also commander of the General Wayne A. Downing American Legion, Post 1111. You got that right, I asked before. President of the American Gold Star Families and member of Congressman Darren LaHood's Veteran Advisory Committee. Plus, other things that we know he has done in the past to support veterans and other things we don't know. I know with Post 11 and the things you've done up in Peoria Heights are really insurmountable as well. To be given this award, the recipient must be a tireless advocate for our veterans. Scott Kersott is this and much more. One of his many projects dedicated to veterans was his involvement in the Veterans History Project for the Library of Congress. In fact, Bill Bontemps, who was on the committee, was just talking about that a little bit ago. His mission was to assist in collecting, preserving, and making accessible the personal accounts of American wartime veterans. This goal was to enlighten future generations on the realities of war. A difficult job, but one Scott completed with pride of a veteran. The 2020 Veteran Patriot Award is presented to Scott Kersott. Scott, I want you to come on up. And there's a reason why I asked Scott to stick around. You know, to qualify for the Downing Award, you got to be one of the 4 award winners in the back there, which we've already done those 4 awards. I've asked Scott to stick around. He knew nothing about this. You know, some of the awards we had, like the Business Patriot Award, a tough decision. This one was an easy decision. The Downing Award, the culmination of our Patriot Awards, is the presentation of the General Wayne A. Downing Award. It honors the integrity and service of the General, and its highest honor we can bestow. This award is sponsored by CEFCU, and I'm going to ask the CEFCU representatives to come up, and I've known them for quite some time. They sponsored this award, and it's an honor to have them do this, but CEFCU today is VP Janae Stevens and Senior VP Mark Hoffmeyer. And I'm going to have you guys come right up here on this side of the camera with Harry. While each individual award recipient is deserving of this honor, we felt that this particular one embodies the true spirit of General Downing. To list all of his accomplishments, which you heard earlier today at 3:30, and his involvement with the veterans, we'd be here all day, and you heard some of those stories at 3:30. For this reason and many more, it's great pleasure and honor we present the 2020 General Wayne A. Downing Award to Scott Kersott.
Hi, I'm Dave Barth with your Sportsman's Tip of the Week. Many guys and gals are cowboys at heart, and everybody likes to shoot at a cowboy rifle. And today we have a few examples of some of those guns. We're going to start first with trapdoor Springfields. This is an officer's model, and it's a current production. Then we have the rifle version, and then we have the cavalry model, which is just identical just about to what Custer had at the Little Bighorn. They shoot a 45-70, they're single shot. You put the hammer on half cock, you open the loading gate, you drop your round in, close it, cock it fully, and you're ready to go. And then we jump up into lever action rifles, and these are Uberti, and they're exact copies of Winchester 73s. This is a saddle ring carbine. This is a deluxe rifle. And then Winchester started making them. They're made by Maruku, but they have the Winchester name, octagon barrel, and this is a full-size rifle. If you want something a little bigger, Winchester comes out with limited edition models. This is a Winchester 1886. Right behind that is the famous Yellow Boy carbine. It's a Winchester 66 copies made by Uberti. This is a copy of a Winchester 92 carbine. It's made by Rossi. This particular rifle's in a 44 Magnum. If you're a big John Wayne fan, they make the John Wayne rifle. This is a 4440, the large loop, just like what he carried in most of his movies. And here's a nice example of some American-made rifles. These are made in New Jersey by the Henry Company. And if you want to do some long-range cowboy shooting, here's an example of a Sharps rifle. This is made by Shiloh Sharps. It's a 45-110. Probably the most common caliber in a Sharps these days is 45-70. And this particular rifle is a special order. It's got the shotgun butt plate, high-grade wood, factory-installed peep sight, and an extra heavy barrel. I'm Dave Barth with your Sportsman's Tip of the Week. Good shooting.
Now let's go back in time. 15 years ago, Orion Briney from Astoria, Illinois, makes a living catching these Asian carp. I think you'll find this segment pretty interesting.
Hi Harry, I'm here with Ryan Briney, and I've been talking to him. Ryan's from Browning, Illinois?
Yeah, Browning, Illinois.
And he's been fishing the Illinois River his whole life, and I just asked him, what the heck was a Browning boy doing way up here north of Chillicothe, and where have you fished on the Illinois River?
I fish all the way from Hennepin all the way down to Cairo, Illinois.
Have you got a source to sell the big head?
Shavers up to Fulton, Illinois buys mine.
Is it a good market?
It's a pretty good market.
Do they send it out of the country? Yeah, they send it out. Too bad we don't have a processing plant here in the Midwest to employ some people and
well, they're talking
bring
about
the market
putting one up in Beardstown.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, wouldn't that be fantastic?
Yes, it would.
Hey, got to meet a big head once.
You did?
Yeah, Harry and I were going down the Illinois River about 15, 20 mile an hour, and one of them jumped in the boat. And what are we going to do today?
We're going to go out and try to fill this boat full of fish.
They told me these big head weren't good to eat. I took one back home. I didn't tell my buddies. I got bluegill, I got catfish, I got buffalo and the big head. And I
Take that
scored that buffalo, I scored the big head, and I cut that big head, and I took like a blood vein off the side and filleted him up, and they cooked them all. Guess which fish they liked the best?
The big head?
The big head. They liked it better than the bluegill. They liked it better than the catfish. They liked it better than the crappie. I think this is I played my last tune on my banjo fish.
Yeah. You got to skin them. You can't fleece them. Take the scales off. You can't scale them. You just got to skin them.
Yeah. And
scales
I know I've eaten them. They're good to eat.
They're like they're welded on them.
They're great fish to eat. They're a little bit bonier than a buffalo. Hey Ryan, I'm just sitting here wondering. I've just been watching this go so fast. What is your biggest haul ever?
Well, last week we made a set up here in Upper Peoria. We caught a little over 40,000 pound of fish in one set. It took us 3 days to get them all out of the nets. There was so many in them.
Yeah, baby, get her done.
Yeah, baby, big one. Here's a white one here.
That's a white one. Now you say these are all black and this is a white one.
This is a white one. This is kind of jumping the boat right here.
This is the ones that will hit you in the head.
Yeah, right.
I'd like to get hit in the head by this fish going down the river about 30 miles an hour. Your mother's been hit by these too.
Yeah.
Look at that.
He's a little different.
Looks like a salmon almost.
Yeah, they're.
Now, is there any difference in eating this one
They
and the
said
black?
this one here tastes a lot stronger. They don't
particularly want these. They want the black one.
Yeah, these are not worth as much money as a black.
Well, let me show everybody a white one and a black one, the difference between the two here. See, it almost looks like salmon, Richard. Looks almost like a salmon. There's the white one, and then here's the black one. We'll grab a black one, lay them side by side.
See, the black one has a lot bigger mouth, too.
Yeah, bring them over here. Yeah, see? There's the difference. There's the white one, there's the black one, and this is the one they want right here. They want the black one. Boy. If these fish get up there in Lake Michigan, they're in big trouble, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Harry, could you imagine these in Lake Michigan?
Oh, they're just devastated.
Oh, big place like that, they really like that, wouldn't it?
Be harder to catch there, too, wouldn't they?
Yeah, here at times, you just gotta find them.
Well, this show's going to wake a lot of people up, Harry. This is going to get some attention.
Yeah, they don't realize there's this much out
They
there.
have no idea.
Yeah,
This
you
is
know.
like going across the hill in the backyard and looking over your fence and seeing 15 million buffalo, just like it was back, you know, when the settlers came here. There are millions of these, aren't there?
Oh, yeah,
Millions.
millions.
This thing is
This is unbelievable.
unbelievable.
This is just unbelievable. You want to become a commercial fisherman, Rick? You and I could go in business
I'll
tomorrow.
tell you, I've been
How's
out.
your back?
Hey, my back's not very good.
Mine's gone.
I don't need this. I'll tell you, I've been out on a cold day with these
Maybe
guys.
we can hire on as first
Yeah.
mates with him.
I think,
Let
I
me get
remember.
in real quick. I'll just say everything I got.
No.
Oh, man. I'm going to have to get rid of Harry so I can get him on the boat.
This is one net, Ryan.
This is, yeah, one
See
net.
the ribs on the boat? You just keep setting the board back, making the hole bigger to put the fish in.
I'll be treading water.
Yeah, I'm going to get out of here. They bring a
Harry,
lot.
you heard of catch and release? This is release and catch. Release the boat from the dock and let's go catch another ton of fish. Unbelievable.
So I'm Pat Sullivan with Kelleher's. Fish with Mr. Fish is one of the things that we do together. They call me Mr. Fish, and it's been a very exciting weekend because we were here and able to help the IDNR and Roy Source Enterprises and Peoria County Regional Planning Commission all got together to push the idea of eating Asian carp. It's a good white fish that we've been cooking with and let people taste, but they only get to taste, you know, we don't have it on the menu yet. So we probably will get it on the menu one of these days, but the main thing is it's a good eating fish. We have some great recipes that we've been playing with and people are liking it. Chuck's liked it. And,
That's great.
We've got people that's interviewed that like it, so they're very shocked how it's not a gamey fish. It's a very sweet tasting meat almost.
Mild, I call it mild.
Mild, yeah. And it works well. So when you put ingredients with it, some of us can't have a lot of salt, and fish is usually like corn, you want to put a lot of salt on. We have ingredients that are salt or salt-free or low in sodium that we put on it that doesn't hurt your salt intake. So the whole thing of it is it's very delicious, very good to eat, easy to cook, and Source Enterprises is doing a great job by processing it. And that was the hardest part of Asian carp, was the process. A lot of people think Asian carp are like our carp that we had here in the river that are bottom feeders, and they're not. They're above bottom, they eat the plants, and they eat the bugs and plants in the river. And so but now
they
there's...
actually clean the water.
Yeah,
They actually
clean it.
make the water cleaner.
And that's happening. So we don't want to get rid of them, but we want to get to a point where we could have a healthy lifestyle. It's supposed to be the second leading fish of protein behind the salmon. So there's a lot of pluses with it.
My name is Roy Source. I am the president and owner of Source Freshwater. And we've partnered up with IDNR, the Midwest Fish Co-op, and restaurants like Kelleher's. Pat Sullivan does a fantastic job of helping out our efforts, along with other businesses, and we appreciate that support. Our initiative is a statewide initiative. We are trying to inform and educate the Illinois public that these fish are a healthy fish, even though they're invasive. They're a very healthy, nutritious product that can be utilized as opposed to despised. We are looking to harvest the fish out of the Peoria pool to put less pressure on the Great Lakes and the other regions of the state. Our goal is to harvest approximately 15 million pounds a year to then turn into a food product, which will provide about 20 million meals for families in need around the state that we partnered with, like the Midwest Food Bank and the Peoria Area Food Bank, to make these things happen. Pat has produced a very good product here that people are very pleased with, as they have been across the state. We are looking forward to our next goal, which is further processing these fish.
These guys right here got to taste this yesterday. Hey, tell them what you thought.
It was very delicious.
Did it surprise you?
Yes.
Very good, yeah, very good. Mild, not fishy.
That's what a lot of people have been saying. Yeah. So what did you think of it?
I thought it was really good. It was a surprise to me because I didn't think it would taste the way it did, but it tasted excellent. So.
Well, he had the little round balls that he has a mixture. I think he's got the mayonnaise in that. Those are really good. These are good too. These are called the sliders. It's a little different mixture. And you look here, it's like a hamburger, but not. You know, so it's a fish burger. It's really quite good. And even people who don't like fish would like this probably because it's not fishy at all. It's shocking how ugly carp are in the river when you catch them, how much they stink, and how their meat is, which is one of the lightest, most white, flaky white fish out there that you can buy.
Pat just brought out another new recipe of his, and this is very, very beautiful, I'm telling you what, and very tasty and smells delicious. Tell us what we got here, Pat.
Okay, again, we have some Old Bay seasoning, a little bit of garlic salt, onion powder, not garlic powder, onion powder. I've used some Parmesan cheese in this, so you'll see it inside and out. And then what we did with this, we baked it, we seared it on one side, and then put it in the salamander for a good, like a broiler, and we broiled it for about 7 minutes.
Wow.
And
I'm really excited about taking a bite out of it.
It's a nice patty there.
Yeah, it is. It's beautiful. Well, we're going to give her a shot.
Some more dill sauce.
Yeah, let's try it out. We can put a little lemon on there and see how that goes. I always like lemon on my fish. What do you think of it, Kathy?
Delicious.
That is good. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're missing out on. It's really good.
We like I say, we shock a lot of people with it. It's very mild tasting fish.
It's not a strong, fishy, strong flavor.
And then when I put ingredients in there, that you know, you got to put ingredients that agree with each other.
Mm-hmm.
and it seems to work out real well. And we haven't had too many complaints yet.
Oh, it is delicious.
Adventure Sports Outdoors is brought to you in part by Corsall Lumber, manufacturers of quality hardwood products, buyers of standing timber in Smithfield. Central Pool Supply, everything from pools to pool tables and much more in Peoria on West Pioneer Parkway. Kelleher's Irish Pub and Eatery, located on Peoria's riverfront, open 11 a.m. daily. Eastport Marina, one of the only marinas in its class between Chicago and St. Louis, on Mariners Way in East Peoria. Goodwill, supporting our veterans with job placement assistance, health, housing, and resource referrals. And the General Wayne A. Downing Home for Veterans, all because you shop and donate. And by Lori Feld of Allstate Insurance, conveniently located in Peoria, East Peoria, and Springfield. Our thanks to all of these sponsors.
Here we are in the middle of November, just before Thanksgiving, and it's 72 degrees. We're here along the Illinois River. What a beautiful day. I like warm weather. I'll be headed to Florida for a few months, and we'll be making some shows down there fishing. But we want to thank Don Johnson for doing a fabulous job at Goodwill Industries in helping our veterans. It's something we need to do not annually, but virtually every day. We'll see you next month.